Greetings, this is Ukrainian Prism with our weekly digest documenting the unwavering resistance of Ukrainians to Russian onslaught and the horrific crimes committed by Russian soldiers. The Russian occupiers shelled a car which evacuated the French crew of TV channel BFM-TV, which evacuated from Lysychansk. Unfortunately, French journalist Frédéric Leclerc-Imhoff was killed during the shelling and his 3 colleagues were injured. Unfortunately, Frédéric was not the first and not the last journalist which was killed by Russian occupiers while he was documenting the truth and delivering it to Western audiences. As of today, more than 30 journalists were killed during conflict in Ukraine by Russian forces. This is the true price of truth. Each day during the last week, the settlements in Zaporizhia, Mykhailo, Kharkiv, Donetsk and Lugansk regions were daily shelled by Russian artillery. More than 50 people were killed during these shellings and nearly 120 injured, according to the materials provided by various governmental sources. According to the head of Luhansk military administration Serhiy Haidai, on June the 1st, the Russian occupiers shelled Azot chemical plant in Severodonetsk. A lot of reservoirs with methanol were damaged. Once again, this is the illicit practice of warfare, which endangers the civilian population of Ukraine with technogenic catastrophes. Also on June the 1st, the head of Kherson military administration Gennady Laguta informed that nearly 750 tons of agricultural produce were stolen by Russian occupiers and deployed to Crimea and other regions of Russian Federation. On June 2nd, many Russian media outlets, including such propagandist media as RIA Novosti and TASS, informed that nearly 2,500 tons of steel produce were shipped from the port of Mariupol to Rostov-na-Donu in Russian Federation. Basically, it's just another steal of resources from Ukrainians by Russian occupiers. Fierce fighting continued in Severodonetsk for the whole week. As of now, Ukrainian forces control more than 60% of the city territory. Although, according to mayor of Severodonetsk, during the military operation by Russian occupiers, a lot of people were forcibly deported from the city. At the start of the last Russian attack, nearly 13,000 people remained in Severodonetsk. As of now, we cannot clarify of how much the destruction were caused by artillery and missile barrages to Severodonetsk, but to some estimates, nearly 85% of all buildings are destroyed or intensely damaged. For more than 100 days, Russian occupiers are using methods that violate the laws and rules of war. They damage civilian infrastructure, they kill elderly, women, children, and they endanger the ecological situation in Ukraine. However, these crimes will not be forgotten nor forgiven, and all who put their hand to these crimes will face the consequences and feel the repercussion of their deeds. This project is implemented with the support of ICSSA Ednannia, which is working in consortium with Ukrainian Center for Independent Political Research and Center for Democracy and the Rule of Law.